Hi Healthy Mom Club, welcome to our Prenatal Pilates course. My name is Maria and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. So today we are going to be going over neutral spine alignment, neutral body breathing, and how to create space in our postures. So the four postures we're going to be doing is standing, seated, quadrupeds, that's tabletop, and supine. All right, if you need to make any modifications, make sure you're comfortable while exercising, and let's get started. All right, so to start, we're just gonna make some gentle movements with our arms. Don't think about it too much, just reach up and let it go. Just a little energy release up. You can bend your knees, soften, let it go, and one more time up and let it go. That was just to clear our mind, and now we're gonna do some gentle pelvic tilts. So feel free to always have a chair nearby, and we're just gonna rock our pelvis up, kind of flattening the lower curve of our back as if you're pressing it against a wall, and then tilt it back to neutral where you're restoring that low curve. Let's do it a few more times. Reach it up and forward and back to neutral. Even if it's just a small movement, you're doing great. Just inviting movement into our body. And let's do a few more. Flatten the curve and restore. And one more time, flatten and restore. Great job. Now that we've done some movement, we're going to get into our postural alignment for standing. So standing, first things we're going to do is you're going to take one hand and place it on your sternum. You're going to take your other hand and place it on your pubic bone. Now, when we're standing here, you're going to look down as best you can and just feel alignment and stacking of those hands. Depending on how far along you are, this might be more challenging, but just do your best to feel like they're stacked and aligned. All right, staying here, if you have a mirror available to you, try and see if maybe your toes are aligned, just your front big toes, and you're just gonna soften your knees. You don't want them locked. All right, you can drop your hands down to your side. Think about widening your hip bones now. So energetically, you're pulling your hip bones apart. There you go. It's just an energetic cue, pulling them apart. All right. So now we're going to lengthen and create space in our side body. So as you inhale, think of floating your ribs up a little bit, creating space in between each rib, and remembering to breathe. All right, so now that we're here, we're gonna move up to our neck. So our neck is gonna be lengthened. So you don't wanna have it really compressed down with your shoulders up. You wanna create length. Nice work. Remember, your knees are soft. If you wanna close your eyes and feel comfortable doing so, go for it. Or even just looking down at the floor at something that's not moving. All right, as we're breathing, our lips are going to be lightly touching. Your teeth can be lightly touching, and your tongue is going to be at the roof of your mouth. Energetically widen the back of your skull, and as you're standing here, think about your feet being a triangle each foot. So each side, your pinky toe, your front toe, so your big toe, and your heel is a triangle, and you're pressing down equally through that triangle. Great work. Widen your sit bones. Create space. Lengthen the back of your neck. Widen your collarbones. So your scapula, that's your back shoulders, are floating. All right. Great job. So this is neutral alignment standing. All right, now that we found neutral alignment standing, we're going to get into breathing in this position. So neutral body breathing. We're going to fill our abdominal canister, that's the front, our back, and our sides, and we're also going to breathe through our nose. This is going to increase our intra-abdominal pressure, which will stabilize our spine as we inhale, and then exhale, we're going to fully release all of the air out through our nose. Okay, we're going to inhale deep into our low lungs, and exhale fully. Breathing really deep through our nose into the bottom of our lungs is going to help activate our parasympathetic nervous system. This is our rest and digest mode, so it should be very relaxing. All right, so now we're just gonna count our breathing. I want you to inhale for 4 breaths and exhale for 6. If you need to make any adjustments, feel free to do so. Remember to soften your knees, feel grounded. And here we go. I'm just gonna count our breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale through your nose, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, creating space, 2, 3, 4, filling up your low lungs. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more time, inhale deep into your low lungs. And exhale all of the breath out. Great job. Okay, moms, now we're going to practice our seated neutral body alignment. So same thing where you're going to take one hand and place it on your sternum, and you're going to take your other hand and place it on your pubic bone, and think about stacking those two landmarks. So make sure one is right above the other. Feel your feet soften and melt into the floor. Now while you're here, think of the crown of your head is just pulling up to the ceiling, and you're allowing length to stay between your ears and shoulders. All right, now think about pulling your collarbones apart east and west. It's gonna help with our posture. And now last thing to find our neutral alignment, we're gonna gently zipper up our core. So all the way from your pubic bone to your sternum, you're just gonna lightly zipper it up. Feel like you're tucking it in. Good job. All right. You should still have a slight curve in your lower back. That's totally fine and natural, but just more aligned. All right. Now that we're in this position, we're ready to practice our breathing. So here we're going to practice filling our abdominal canister in all 4 directions. We're going to start off by taking our hands and placing them on each side of our ribs. Now you can give yourself a little bit of pressure here so that you can really feel your hands there. And now I want you to send your breath on your inhale into your hands, pushing them out. All right, so let's inhale for 4. And then as we exhale, you're gonna feel it come in for 6. All right, here we go. Breathe into those hands on the sides. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Your ribs are expanding and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's practice that one more time. Breathe into your hands, feel them shooting out to your sides. And exhale through your nose. Great job. Okay, so that was our side body. But now when we also want to breathe, we want to fill our front and back as well. So you're going to take one hand and place it on your belly, and your other hand and place it on the back of your ribs. I'm using the back of my hand because that's a little more comfortable. Again, you want to feel a slight pressure, squeeze in a little bit so you can really feel where you're going to be sending your breath. Okay, so as we inhale through our nose, count to 4, feel that belly and back of your ribs expand, and as we exhale, it's going to come in. Okay, so now we're going to inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more with those counts. I'm going to keep cueing us. So inhale, lengthen through the back of your neck, press and breathe into those hands. Feel them reaching out, front and back. And exhale, slowly sinking in with our breath. One more time. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can drop those hands. Now we want to put that all together, and as we inhale and exhale, we want to breathe out through our sides as well as front and back. So you're filling the whole trunk with air, and then as you exhale, it's all coming back in. All right, let's practice that. So nose breathing again. We're going to inhale with our nose for a count of 4. Go 2, 3, 4, and exhale through your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, filling the side body. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully until there's no air. Great job. Alrighty, so our next posture that we are going to be doing neutral body breathing through is quadruped. This is also known as tabletop. So this should feel good, especially if you're pretty far along. And you want to make sure that you're going to have your hands and your wrists stacked underneath your elbows, as well as your hips are going to be over top of your knees. So once you find that nice position there, you're going to create space and length in your body by lengthening the back of your neck, so energy pulling out through the top of your head, as well as energy shooting through your sit bones. You're going to lengthen your lower back. You should still have a slight little curve there. That's totally natural and normal. And then lengthen through your ribs. All right, so you want to soften your elbows. Make sure they're not completely locked, just like how we don't want locked knees. And you're going to push the floor away from you. This is going to stabilize our shoulders and get a little bit of muscle recruitment here. All right, last thing we're going to do here is we are going to imagine that we have a cup of tea on our lower back. So this cup of tea, we don't want to let it spill, so we don't want to dump one side of our body or the other. We want to keep it nice and flat and perfectly balanced. So now that we found our neutral alignment in quadruped, now we are going to focus on our breathing. So same thing, you want to create space in the back of your neck, and you're going to breathe in, filling all 4 sides of your trunk. So imagining our hands are there, and we want to press against them. And exhale through your nose. All right, so now that we're here, this is a good place to really feel your deepest core muscle. So that's your transverse abdominis. So when you inhale, you're going to breathe nice and deep through your nose. And then exhale, you want to feel your belly button sinking up towards your spine, and then shooting and tucking up towards your heart. So breathe in again. And exhale, pull that belly button, feel it going up to spine and heart. One more time. Widen your sit bones. Hold that cup of tea on your low back. All right, so our transverse abdominis is our deepest stabilizing muscle of the core, so it's really important to make that connection. Another way that could help is you want to think about having a corset on, and as you're exhaling, the corset is cinching up around your waist. So let's inhale and exhale. Have that corset cinch up around your waist. One more time, inhale. And exhale, cinching up the corset. Great job, and that's how you make connection to your transverse abdominis. Okay, this is our last posture we're going to be doing today. It is supine, so that means laying on your back. If you're further along than your first trimester, I would advise to skip this posture or consult with your healthcare practitioner if you have any questions or concerns. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to lay onto our back, keeping our second toe, knee, and hip in alignment. So once you're here, there should be a slight curve underneath your lower back. That's totally normal. You don't want to completely flatten it by pulling all of your stomach in. You want to have a nice gentle curve under. Okay, so we're going to think about that teacup again on your pelvis. So you want to have each of your hip bones and your pubic bone is a triangle. You're going to be holding a cup of tea in the middle, and you don't want to dump that cup of tea forward, back, side, or to the other side. You want to keep it nice and flat. This is a good cue here. Okay, so now you're going to take a deep breath here. Through your nose, you're going to fill up your canister on all 4 sides. And exhale through your nose. Think about widening your hip bones so they're pulling apart as you breathe, and lengthening the back of your neck ever so slightly. Another breath here. And exhale. Okay, so while we're in this supine position, we are going to focus on making a connection to our pelvic floor. So what this is going to look like is we're going to inhale and we're going to fill the sides of our ribs. And we're going to exhale. We're going to feel like we are stopping the flow of a pee. Just 10% lifting that pelvic floor. Try that again. Inhale. And lift your pelvic floor, stopping the flow of a pee as you exhale. One more time, just focusing on that pelvic floor. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. All right, so now we're going to combine that pelvic floor, so stopping the flow of a pee, with that transverse abdominis connection. So feeling your belly button sink into your spine and then up towards your heart. So let's do that. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Belly button sinking up towards your heart and stopping the flow of a pee. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. If you're doing this posture and you feel any sort of tension in your lower back, you can always roll up a towel and just place it underneath, and that should help with that. All right, so you can make your way back up to seated, and you can either make your way onto a chair or standing. We're just gonna do a few thoracic twists to flush out all that standing still and breathing in our 4 postures. So reach those arms up in front of you, and you're just gonna open up to the side, twisting your sternum, and bring it to the front, other way, twist. Don't think about anything too hard, just get some movement back in your body. Forward and other way. And reach those arms up. And energy release, let them drop. And one more time, reach them up. Energy release, let them drop. Great job today. I know that was a lot, but we went over 4 different postures and neutral body alignment and breathing while creating space. So we have all of our local stabilizers on, as well as the most optimal position for our body to breathe. You did great, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.